Hello guys. So today we are going to work on Cheshire Cat's Flake quilt. Look how cute that is. So cute, right? Don't know if we're going to actually make it this big, but you can make it as big or as small as you like. Okay, so for now we're going to just do a little quilt along. I'm going to show you how to do one of the blocks today. Okay, it's probably going to take us a little while. These are, each cat here is one block, okay, and they're a little bit intricate, okay. This is for the what they call confident beginner, okay. If you are a beginner, you can do it, not a big deal, but this is for the more confident beginner, okay. You can go ahead and download this free pattern right here where it says freespiritfabrics.com. okay, that's where it's at. I believe the Fat Quarter Shop also has this available under their free patterns as well. But again, this is free, so I'm able to show you everything. I'm able to tell you all the dimensions. Now, I'm making this a scrappy quilt. This one, it's called Cheshire Cat's Flake Quilt, featuring the Curiouser and Curiouser by Tula Pink. I'm not using that fabric line. You can use it if you like, if you can find it. This is a 2021 pattern, so you might not be able to find it right away, if you find it at all, okay? You might be able to find a different variation of it. It is basically on Alice in Wonderland theme, okay? But again, I'm making this as a scrappy quilt, so I'm just going to take any scraps that I have and put it into my quilt and see what we come up with, okay? I really like the cats. I want to make this for someone. I'm not going to say who in case they are watching, but it's going to be one of my family members. This is going to be going to, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start. Now, it does give you a list of all the fabrics and how much to use. A lot of it is fat quarters, most of it is fat eighths. Now, if you go ahead and you go to the fabric store and you find you find whatever you like, do not have them cut a regular eighth of a yard, okay? Eighth of a yard is not your fat eighth. An eighth of a yard is going to be a 4.5 inch by 44 inch, okay? That is not what you want. You actually want a fat eighth. So a fat eighth is actually 9 inch by 22 inch. So you can order, just tell them you need 9 inches or a quarter yard of fabric, okay? It's really up to you. But if you have fat quarters, you can use fat quarters as well. So it really depends on what you need. Okay, and as you can see here, it gives you all the names, the item number, and all the yardage here, okay, along with the pictures corresponding with their letters, because that's going to be very, very important. Again, second page, same thing. Everything is purchased separately, okay. That's that. Now see here, so it says fabrics, and then it gives you all the letters, okay? So you have to read this ahead of time before you do your quilting, okay? Today, I only read this part. I didn't read anything else further than that, okay? And it gives you even dimensions of what your block should look like, okay? As you can see here. And then in the back, and it tells you how to, the quilt layout and how to put it together, okay? Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to put all these borders on it yet. I usually don't put a lot of borders on mine, but because it is going to someone else, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm just going to make it like a wall hanging for them or a full quilt. Haven't decided yet, but this quilt is definitely going to be super duper fun, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start. I did already start cutting, so I want to show you here. So it says fabrics A, B, C, and D, and E, okay? And it tells you how much you need and what cut you need, okay? and you need it for all these letters here, okay? So basically, and then as you can see here, it also says AA, okay? So basically is you're going to be putting two different fabrics together. I know you can't really see it in here. Let me see if I can show you here. Okay, if you see here, there's the queen, and then right, I don't know if you could see it, that yellow color is a different fabric. So it looks like every other line, every other strip is going to be a different fabric. So you're putting, this one's A and AA. So A and AA, A or double A, let's call it double A, are going to be put together, okay? Along with Z, which is actually the background fabric, okay? Which I haven't really decided what background fabric I'm going to use, but I'm going to figure that out right now, okay? I have one in mind, but I don't know if I have a lot of it. And that's going to also determine how big this quilt is going to be, depending on how much I have of that one fabric, okay? And because it is a scrappy quilt, I might do black as a background, only because I have a lot of whites, as you can see in my first, whoops, sorry guys. Technical difficulties, it's okay. But as you can see, I have a lot of whites in my background so far, and this is just for the first block. So I don't think white is going to look good on here, or an off-white. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and use black as my background. Yeah, because I think, so here's another one that I was going to use. This is another fabric I was going to use. So I think a black will really make all these cats stand out. Okay. So actually, let me grab the black now. I'm going to have to cut that up real quick. Okay, that's the only thing I didn't cut. So for fabric A, this is for my fabric A here. This is what I'm using for fabric A. So I made 2, 4, 6, so I cut 12 pieces here, 3 different sizes. And then I have my 3 different sizes over here of my double A. So 4, 2, and 6, so 12 pieces as well. But they're different. As you can see here, they're not the same sizes. There's different sizes, okay? So you have to really make sure that you know which is your fabric A and which is your double A, or B or C, and so forth through the entire alphabet. Okay, so let's see. For my background fabric, we are going to do I don't want to cut all of these because I'm only doing one at a time here. So we're going to use a we're going to need 4, it looks like, of 2.5 by 4.5 rectangles. All right, so let me cut. This is my yardage piece. This is the only one that I'm not using scrappy fabric. I don't use a lot of black. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. What is my biggest piece going to be? I don't even know at the moment. Alright guys, bear with me as I lay this out. Now this is going to be a quilt along. So, and I know all the blocks are going to be the same. But I figured this would be a fun one to do. So we might be able to do like 4. My goal is to do like 4 in 1 week of these blocks. Okay, and then if you want, what is it? 4.5. Line up my lines. Make sure they're nice and straight. might have to cut more in the meantime in between, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Whoops. Good. This is in real time, guys. I do not edit my videos, so this is actually real life stuff happening right now. Sorry earlier about the technical difficulties, but I did get a new stand. So, okay, 4.5, and it's going to be by 2 inches. And we need 4 of those. So this is double cut right now. Line them up. Make sure they are 4.5. So there's 2. Four. Let me see any other, and then I'm just trying to read up ahead real quick. I don't think so, but if we need them, we'll go ahead and cut them. But I'll just put that to the side for now, so it's easy access for me. Okay, here we go. Whew. So the most time-consuming part is doing all your cuts. Okay, so let's see here. It says draw a diagonal line from corner to corner on the 2-inch squares. And this is where we're going to use our Z. So it says we're going to pin it. I don't pin. I don't pin. Okay. We're going to go this way with it because it looks like it's going to be a sew and flip. And it does give you, let me show you here, give you pictures here. So if you don't understand these quite well, it just show you the pictures here. Okay. So, so it says pin wrong side to square on each end. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Okay, look just like that on each one. Okay, you get the idea, right? Here and here. And then we're going to sew here. So you're going to go like a V. So from here to here and from here to here, corner to corner and corner to corner. Actually, it's not quarter, this is middle to corner. I should say middle to corner, not quarter to corner. Okay, and then those are going to get flipped. So I'm going to go ahead, take these over to the machine real quick, and sew them along. Be right back. You're just going to hear some noise in the background. I always do chain piecing when I'm doing my pieces. And we'll do the other one. Oh, there's my square. I almost lost my square for a minute. I have 4 pieces together. Oh, where's my scissors? Here they are. Okay. Scissors here. I have a little trash bin, and at the end, when I'm done, I will discard of that. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. All right. So next thing we're going to do is, these are going to be the ears unit. Okay. So these are going to get cut off, and we're going to flip them open. All right. So this is what they should look like. About a 1/4 inch roughly from the line. Yeah. Make sure I'm doing the right side. As you can see here, I have a 1/4 inch line right here. This is what I'm using, and this is what I'm putting on my stitch line. Okay, so now I have these. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me do this real quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now you should have these 2 pieces here. Okay, go ahead, flip them open. And this is what you should have. All right, put that to the side. Now, we're going to take fabric AA, 1.5 inch by 3 inch. So, oops, I forgot to cut it to 3 inches. I'm like, where is my, like, there's my 1.5 inch strip. I forgot to cut to 3 inches. Oh my, I only needed 2 of those, so for whatever reason, I did not cut to 3 inches. Alright, this is going to be my extra piece. This goes in my other bin. Okay, now I can find my 1.5 by 3 inch. Sorry about that. So we're going to go take one of these and 2 of our 2 by 3s. And we're going to sew them like this, per the diagram. Okay, so that's going to be the face unit. And I think we were only supposed to do 1 of the ear units. So that I might have to recut. Oh well, it happens. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take these over. Make sure you have a 1/4 inch seam. Whoop. Skip a stitch. Give me a moment while I rethread this. It skipped a stitch on me and broke my thread. 2 seconds. That's what happens, right? Real life. I don't have an automatic rethreader on here, so I'm doing this by eye. It has one on my machine, but it doesn't work very well because it's not an electronic one like the newer machines. Oh, excuse me. It's not an electronic one like the newer machines, so not a big deal. I am saving my money, to get a new one. Alright, let's try this again. Sorry about that. Okay. Press this open. I'm gonna go ahead and sew the other side. And press open the other side. All right. And if we did this right, 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4, perfect, by 1, 2, 3. All right, it says I should have a 4.5 by 3. My seam allowances seem to be a little off, which is fine, but I can go ahead and trim this up. To make it that 4.5. Okay. All right. Put that to the side. Now, so see here, base unit. Okay. The next thing is, all right, so again, more pictures here, okay, which is wonderful. We need those pictures, okay. So it says fabric AA and fabric A, 1 each of 1.5 by 5.5. So these pieces here, okay. Let's go with AA and A. And we're gonna, it says stitch together along the long side. So here, okay. Repeat to make 3 pairs. So 1, 2, oops, and 3. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 pairs. So we're going to take that over and we can change stitches rather quickly. There's one. Whoops. There we go. 2. And 3. All right. See, this is what I mean by chain stitch. Chain P, okay? You're gonna save time and thread doing it this way. Now, if you can't chain piece, so you can't chain piece, I understand that, but for the most part, it looks like we're gonna be able to for this quilt here. All right, and this one, whoops, we're gonna take our time with this quilt. So each day I will post a new a new video on this, okay? It's going to be repetitive, but you'll be able to see my quilt being made from start to finish. Okay? Press all your seams open. Not seams, but lay them out. Press them flat. Okay, now sew the pairs together as shown. Okay. So in the picture it says AA first. So AA is my stripes. So we're gonna go stripe B's, stripe B's, stripe B's. So this is how they want me to put it together. All right, so, and this is gonna be the body unit. All right, see, this is going fairly quick right now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and sew these pieces together. Now this I can't chain piece, unfortunately, because we're putting them together versus chain, you know, doing two. Obviously we can't do chain piecing here. All right. And I always like to iron my fabric flat. All right, I'll fix that. Okay. I think we're almost there, guys. All right, we're going to iron that out. I'm gonna have to square this up, but that's okay. Nice and flat. Okay. So this is what our piece should look like. Okay, oops, pretty. It's coming out so cute so far. I just picked two random scraps that I had. I didn't think it was going to look this cute. It's going to look adorable. I think my family member is going to be excited. Hopefully. Alright, so. And this says it should make a 6.5 by 5.5. So I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 3/4, but that's okay. We're going to leave it like this for now because I'm going to have to square this up later. Okay, we're going to keep moving on. So we're going to repeat. It says for all 1.5 by 5.5 rectangles using the same pairings. Okay, so that means for the rest of the letters, but we're only working with one at a time. Okay, so when it says repeat for all the remaining rectangles, they wanted you to do all your cuts from A to Z, but I don't want to do that. I want to do one letter at a time, okay, and then go from there. So let's see here. All right, so now we're going to take this body unit, okay, and actually, you know what, let me square it up now because it looks like, okay, we're going to be sewing on it. Okay. Okay, so let me square this up. See, I only had to take that much off of there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, and then take this sliver off of here. Okay, so now we have our actual size. All right, and then it says we're going to, it says you want me to draw. I'm going to show you how to draw this, guys. So we're going to use a, oh, Z. I needed 2.5, 2.25 by 2.25. So this is 2. So, okay, this is where I said we're gonna have to cut from black because I wasn't sure exactly what we were going to use because there were so many. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2.25 by 2.25. So 1, 2.25. Okay. Looks like we only need one. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a bunch. So I just have them. It looks like we only need 1 for this particular one. And then what's the size on this? 1, 2, oh, 1/4, perfect. Okay, that worked out really good. It wasn't even. All right, so I have a few of them there. All right, let's see. All right, it says odds and evens. I'm going to show you something. See, odd and even. Okay, so depending on, odd would be A, C, E, G, and then even would be B, D, F, H, and so forth. Okay, A1, B is number 2. Okay, so you have to pay attention when you're doing your odds that you're putting it in this corner here. Okay, and your evens need to go in the opposite corner. Why? Because then, let me show you the picture again. See here? You're gonna have the butts facing each other versus, you know, this here. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, A, B. Okay, makes sense? Perfect. All right. If you guys want to comment below, once I post this video, please do so. I will reply to you as soon as I can. Usually within 24 hours, I do reply. Sometimes way sooner if I see my notification right away. All right, so because this is an odd, this is A, we're gonna put it on the right hand side. Okay, and we're gonna go from middle to corner here. All right, I will put a line for you so you know what they are talking about. Let me see, can we do it? Yep, there we go. So this is the line that they're talking about, because then this is the line that you're going to be stitching on. See? Okay. That's basically just your guide. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stitch that, and then we're going to cut off 1/4 inch, flip it open like we did with our ear unit. Take it to the machine. Remember, it's always right sides together. And because I am using a solid background, my solids go, run through, so it doesn't really matter if it's front or back. You can't really tell. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead. This one's a little bit more difficult to see, but I'm using that blue line as my guide also. Whoops, probably should use my white chalk. I do have white, but that's okay. I can still see. All right, and then we're going to press it open, just like that. So as you can see here, okay, this is what it's making. This is part of the hiney, okay, and this is the front, and the head's gonna go over here somewhere. All right, okay, so cute, right? So cute. All right, we are almost done this block, I believe, guys, I believe. So here is a diagram, okay, of what it should look like. Okay, you put it together. All right, so let's go. Did I do? Let me see. 2. Uh-oh, where did I put the paper? 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now we're going to take our unit, which actually goes like this. Does not go like this. It goes like this. Okay. And it does not come to a point here. Okay. So don't be discouraged if there's not a point. It does not come to a point on purpose. Okay. So this goes first. And then, so the ears, black one ears. Okay. The face. Did we do the face? Uh-oh. Did we forget a step, guys? Did I skip a step? Let me go back. Oh, nope, never mind. It's right here. Found it. Okay. So this, then this. Okay. And then one of A. Oops, okay. This is getting a little large. I don't know. Okay, you guys can see. Okay, perfect. Yep, okay. Right here? Right? Yep, that's good. Then here. Why is this A so big? Oh, it's supposed to be. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I thought I had to line up from here to here. But in the picture, it does not line up from there to there. It is showing a 1-inch gap. Okay, perfect. Because then Z, we are going to use 6.5 by 5.5 right up here. All right, so we have to cut a 6.5 by 5.5. This block is almost done. That is awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so I just got to do one more. Let's see. 6.5 by 5.5. Okay, so this is only 4.5 inches wide, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut another black piece. Grab my black fabric, and I'm gonna cut 6.5 inch. See? This is not bad, guys. You just need basic quilting knowledge, or just basic sewing knowledge also, to do this. Even though it says confident beginner, I think in just a plain old beginner, you know, if you're not that confident in your sewing or your quilting, you know what, I think this is also perfect for you. So I don't care what the directions say, because sometimes they can be wrong. All right, so we need, so I did what, 6.5, so now we need 5.5. Okay. Ugh, I'm gonna need a new blade. All right, there we go. All right, so here's my next one. All right. Okay, so let's do this again. So the ears, this, body, this one. Oh. Now, mind you, there's going to be a gap here only because of seam allowances. Okay, so it should be about a 1/2 inch. Yep, it's about right. Yep, about a 1/2 inch at the top. That's going to be a gap. Why? Because for seam allowances. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and put these two together, these three together. Make sure. So fun little trick. All right, fun little trick to make sure that you sew on the right side, okay? I usually put a clip here, and then it lets me know that that's the side that I'm going to be sewing on, okay? Because I'm going to go ahead and chain piece these two. And now I know which side I'm going to be sewing on. All right, so let me take that to the machine real quick. Sew that up. I'll be right back. Make sure you have plenty of bobbin in your machine, and make sure that you got both top and bottom. Okay, so go ahead and just like that. There's your headpiece. And then this one. Flatten that out. There's that piece. It's coming together. All right. I think I cut too long on here, but that's okay. I tend to do that sometimes. Okay. Ow. Hit my knee. Ugh. Always constantly hitting my knee on this table. Got all the extra pieces. Okay, that piece there. And now we're going to take this one, and sew along here. So I do have an extra excess down here, but that's okay. So I'm going to measure from the top because that's where it actually needs to go. And then I'll cut off the bottom. All right. You can pin this if you'd like. Whatever makes it easier for you. I don't generally pin unless they're larger blocks. Or as it gets bigger, as I put the rows together, I will be pinning them. Okay, so what I just did was, so I had an excess down here that, because apparently I measured off by 1/4 inch or so. It happens, not a big deal. The average quilter will tell you not to do that, but guess what? I'm very unconventional. I generally don't follow rules. I'm a rebel. So I get the same outcome, but there's no one coming after me, you know, to saying that I'm doing this right or wrong. As long as I get my outcome. Look how adorable that cat came out. Isn't that the most adorable little kitty cat you've ever seen? I love it. I'm so happy with this. And I love the black background because it's making the cat pop. it's making it pop. I love it. So that's block 1. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more, not in this video, but I will do separate videos for each one. Okay, that is it for this. All right, guys, have fun making your first block. Look at this kitty cat. And this is made out of scraps. Okay, the only scraps I didn't use was this because I had the black and yardage, but everything else is from prior quilts. So actually I have a top right here. I think I have, do I have any of this in there? Oh, here it is. So here, as you can see, this is a top that I have to quilt. I'll show it to you real quick. But as you can see, I used it in this quilt, okay? And that's the little beehive part. So again, I used my scraps that was left over. All right, so there you go. All right, guys, I hope you have fun. If you have any questions, please comment below and hit the subscribe button. All right, thanks. Bye.